we're going to be seeing if ChatGPT can help me go camping. The first thing that Chat says we have to do is get our gear and our food together. So let's head to the store and get that done.
Oh, you're videoing? Come on, dude. It's gotta be sideways. Alright. Oh. Hold on. Charger died.
Give me some gummy bears.
Yo. Alright. That looks like a good amount of food. You like that food? That food good?
92-cent pies?
Yeah. Yeah, let's do cherry.
Cherry?
Oh, I'm gonna buy this. What is that? It's a little stove.
These are my favorite. The Ozark Trail. $12.
I'll edit this part out. Edit out the part of me saying this, edit this part out.
Hold on.
Now edit that out.
Audio clip. There you go.
Now edit the audio clip out.
Oh wait, edit that out. People can't know.
Edit out the part about editing the part out, and then don't edit out the part Colby just said to edit
I
out.
want to eat my donut.
All right, fine. Then this will be the last thing that I buy. You're gonna buy this?
Yeah,
That's tough.
Yeah, that is tough. All right, I think we're done. We're good, right? ChatGPT gave me a pretty good list of what gear I should bring. So I got it loaded up in the pack. I'll go ahead and give you guys a detailed list later. So last night we got about 4 inches of rain, and that is a seasonal creek. But as you can see, it is like completely flooded. So it's gonna be a little difficult to find dry ground. I just got done asking ChatGPT where I should set up my camp, and it said it should be higher ground and then away from any valleys. Nice part is any valleys on the property kind of look like that, so it should be pretty easy to avoid those. Also, it said to look for like well-drained soil, so no clay or mud, which makes sense. Another thing I would like to avoid is I don't want to camp in an area that obviously is going to flood if we get any more water. See, like I'm far enough from the creek that if it comes up anymore, we should be good to go. This is a fairly flat looking spot, and we're right next to this tree, so I could probably set up my tarp under that thing. Quick tip for you guys: periodically check to make sure that you still have all your gear, especially like tent stakes and everything. It's never fun when you're halfway through a camping trip and you realize that you lost your tent stakes. Another thing I want to get out of the way real quick: I didn't fully listen to ChatGPT. Now, in about 50 years, this might get me killed for not listening to AI, but you never know. Now, ChatGPT did say that I shouldn't wear cotton. And that is 100% true. If you're in really rainy weather or really damp weather, you should never wear cotton. Like that's just basic camping knowledge. If you're gonna be out in the woods, don't wear cotton. I pretty much exclusively am wearing cotton. Besides my underwear is wool, and so is this hat. So that's nice. Now, one thing ChatGPT did say is to bring an extra tarp, right? This is something that can go underneath your tent if need be, or it can go over your tent if you need some extra rain protection. In this case, I'm actually gonna put it off to the side here. That way I have a little extra, I don't know, staging area, I guess you could call it. It doesn't have to be amazing, it just has to be good enough. We got the tarp set up, and I'm hungry, so it's time to eat a little food. One thing that I did buy is I actually bought an extra stove. I already have a stove, but I really don't think that you can have too many of these things. Oh shit. I didn't know that that would zap you. Anyways, important thing is that they all have pull tabs. I'm just melting off the sticker on the bottom, by the way. I think this is actually gonna be really good. I would give ChatGPT on like a food rating, I'm gonna give that like an 8 out of 10. These are actually really good. Unless of course you're like doing lightweight backpack camping, in which case I definitely wouldn't recommend bringing in a bunch of cans of soup. Like, that's just unnecessary weight. Just set it right there. That's pretty good. That's doing a pretty good job. It's kept me in a pretty dry area. It's keeping me out of the rain pretty good. Granted, there isn't much rain right now. It's given me some good food, so let's see if ChatGPT can keep it up. I'm not a big sweets in the morning kind of guy. I like my sugary snacks right before bed, or in this case, right now. Oh yeah. Now right now, I've kind of hit that mid-trip lull. You know what I mean? When it's like halfway through the trip and you're just kind of running out of things to do. Normally I like to go hunting or fishing or exploring. Well, I've already explored this property a million times and I didn't bring a gun or a fishing rod, and there's not much in season right now. Luckily though, we have chat to help us out. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask ChatGPT, what should I do mid-trip that will keep me entertained? Fortunately, chat didn't have a whole lot of good options for me. I would go on a little walk down the trail, but that's the walking trail. Oh, I wonder if the pond's full. We should go back to the pond. Holy crap. This right here is probably pheasant, if I had to guess. We don't have many turkeys. That's a little small to be a turkey track. Let's see if I can get up on this stump right here. As I was coming back down the log broke, and that really hurt. That's enough exploring for me. I'm headed back to the tent. One thing that chat did say is that when it gets cold out, it's good to eat right before bed. And it is getting pretty late. Don't use it in a tent. Blah, blah, blah. Shut up. All right, guys, it is getting kind of late and I am getting pretty tired. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the sack. I will see you guys in the morning. All right. Ugh. It really wasn't as terrible as I thought it would be. I actually didn't sleep that bad, especially for camping. I actually slept pretty dang good. That's not very good. That tastes like cigarettes. It kind of looks like there's like plastic shreds in this cup. I'm no regular consumer of Kraft mac and cheese, but I don't think that white powder is normal. I think it doesn't feel natural. Then again, it's Kraft mac and cheese. I don't think anything about it is natural. Well, that sucks because that made me lose my appetite. As promised, before I get packed up, I will actually go over some of the things that I brought. This is my fire starting kit. I got like cotton balls, ferro rod, lighter, matches, all kinds of stuff, and tinder that all stays in this leather pouch. I didn't know it rained 4 inches before I threw that in my bag. If I had known that, I probably would have just left that at the house. Right here, I got about 20 feet of paracord, which was gonna be for stringing up the tarp, but luckily I already had some extra paracord left over. A pack cover, which is really good if you're in rainy conditions, right? Or if you have to set your bag down while you're hiking. It's nice to keep your bag nice and clean. We got pajamas for going to bed. In here, I have a battery pack with chargers for all my different equipment. This is a small first aid kit. Nothing too crazy in here, just like a bunch of safety pins, bandages, band-aids, stuff like that. Another thing that goes in the dry bag is my toiletries, which is gonna be like toilet paper, toothpaste, toothbrush, lip balm, sunscreen, stuff like that. We got a water filter, which I didn't use because I brought enough water with me. And also I didn't feel like filtering that creek water. It's not very clean. Of course, I also brought 2 tarps and there's a bunch of trash bags. Okay guys, I got everything loaded up now. I'm gonna go ahead and start heading back. I'll catch you guys when I do a little review of Chat's performance.
Overall, I'd say it was pretty successful. I think ChatGPT actually did a really good job. Things considered, it was a really good guide, and it actually gave a lot of really good tips. Now, did it tell me anything I didn't already know? No. But if you were a beginner or somebody that doesn't do much camping, then it can be very helpful to have something like ChatGPT or any other AI to tell you what to do. And this is kind of conflicting to me because I really think you should be off your phone and off of electronics as much as possible when you're out in the woods. I think when you're camping or when you're hunting or fishing, it should be just hunting and fishing, and you shouldn't be constantly looking at your phone or listening to music or stuff like that. That's just my personal opinion. And I have absolutely no problem if a beginner needs a little help. You know, not everybody grew up with somebody who taught them how to camp and what to look for and why they had to look for that. So if they have to use ChatGPT, I'm all for it. That being said, if you're already an experienced outdoorsman, I don't really think that you'll get much from using ChatGPT. If you want to put together a gear list or run your gear list by ChatGPT or another AI to see if it agrees with what you want to bring, I think that's perfectly acceptable. And that's actually a good idea, especially if you're running solo or there's only one other person in your team. It can be hard to double check that you have all the gear that you need. Also, as a side note, it is kind of depressing being out there with no sun and like in the rain and clouds. Like, it makes sense why grunge came out of Seattle. If you're a beginner or somebody that's just getting into the outdoors and you need something to relay information to, go ahead and use AI. I mean, why not? If you're already an experienced outdoorsman, then you probably won't need this and you'll be good to go. So I guess the main takeaway here is just get out in the woods, go get some more experience under your belt, and I'll see you guys later.